Hi, let's talk about the TCA cycle today. So the tricarboxylic acid, or TCA cycle, also known as the Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle, is the main source of energy for cells and an important part of aerobic respiration. The cycle harnesses the available chemical energy of acetyl coenzyme A, or acetyl-CoA, into the reducing power of nicotinic adenine dinucleotide, NADH. The TCA cycle is also a series of chemical reactions, so let's get into it. It occurs after glycolysis, where one molecule of glucose is turned into 2-pyruvate by glycolysis and then enters the TCA cycle as acetyl-CoA. Pyruvate is turned into acetyl-CoA by pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, or PDH complex. The PDH complex uses 5 important cofactors, which are TPP, lipo-8, CoA, FADA, and NAD+. The TCA cycle occurs in the mitochondria, and it produces 3 NADH, 1 FADH2, 2 CO2s, and 1 GTP, or 1 ATP, for every 1 acetyl-CoA. 1 NADH produces 2.5 ATP, and 1 FADH2 produces 1.5 ATP during the electron transport chain and oxidative phosphorylation.
Citrate synthase synthesizes 6-carbon citrate from 2-carbon acetyl-CoA and 4-carbon oxaloacetate. ATP inhibits citrate synthase. Ecanotiase isomerases 6-carbon citrate into 6-carbon citrate. Isocitrate dehydrogenase turns 6-carbon isocitrate into 5-carbon alpha ketoglutarate, 1 NADH and 1 CO2. ATP inhibits isocitrate dehydrogenase. Alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase turns 5-carbon alpha ketoglutarate into 4-carbon succinyl-CoA, 1 NADH and 1 CO2. Alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase uses the same cofactors as pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, TPP, NAD+, FAD, lipoic acid, and CoA.
ATP, NADH, and succinyl-CoA inhibit alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. Succinyl-CoA synthetase turns 4-carbon succinyl-CoA into 4-carbon succinate and produces 1 GTP, or ATP. Succinate dehydrogenase turns 4-carbon succinate into 4-carbon fumarate and produces 1 FADH2. Fumarase hydrolyzes 4-carbon fumarate into 4-carbon malate. Malate dehydrogenase then turns 4-carbon malate into 4-carbon oxaloacetate and produces 1 NADH. NADH inhibits reactions in the TCA cycle. Overall, we complete 2 cycles of the TCA cycle for 1 molecule of glucose. So, 2 ATP, 6 NADH, and 2 FADH2 are produced from 1 molecule of glucose.